Hey everybody, this is Joshua
and Shelley
of Tiny House Basics, and today we're going to take you on a tour of our latest tiny house build. This is part 1 of 2. This is the living room tiny house. Part 2 will be coming soon, and they will be connected by a deck, but this is the living quarters. But specifically, we want to talk about the skylights that we used in this tiny house, why we did them. So yeah, come on, let's talk about skylights.
Skylight time.
So technically this isn't the front door area. So we'll go to the front door area right over here. So walking into the front door, we got this really cool 8-foot tall entry door. There's the living room, and we have these skylights. So we did 4 skylights total and then 1 sky tunnel. Sky tunnel is right there. But we chose Velux skylights for all of our skylights because they're the best. So these 2 right here, these are solar powered skylights. So it has a little solar panel that charges a battery. You don't have to hardwire them. These are totally independent, operate with a remote. So kind of going back to that entry, we have our remotes right here. So this is our, that's our skylight remote. And then our shades remote. So we kind of set it up for our skylight remote to operate all of them. I mean, after all, this is a tiny house. They're not too far apart. So we have one in the bathroom, one over the kitchen, which I would say is probably like your favorite. It's your favorite?
Because it is a little bit of a darker area. Here we have a little bit more windows, but even still, the skylights just play such a vital role in providing that overhead lighting. So you don't always have to have the lights on, even though we are a little bit later in the day currently. So we do have the lights on. So just the power of having light above you is just so glorious. So.
Yeah. And then we also have the option, which Velux offers on all the skylights, is the shades. So it's remote operated as well. And then let me close them so you can see.
The summertime, it definitely, we get the light coming from the east behind us. And in the winter, it's so nice that it really pours through here and kind of warms it up. But in the summer, when it's a little bit more brutal, we do close these. And it's just enough to not completely darken the space, but it just diffuses the light. So you still get the light. And at that point, usually generally we close them depending on how hot it gets.
Yeah, and we chose the light filtering option because you can get blackout shades.
Yeah.
But we did the light filtering, and they had a ton of colors to choose from, but we wanted white. And this makes a huge difference in summer because we can have fresh air coming in. And then when I installed these way after the fact, but there's just a little solar panel there, so they're totally independent of each other. It takes like 15 minutes to install for each shade. So we got them for all of them, but we actually haven't installed the one in the bathroom yet. So, but we'll show you the bathroom one, which is super cool. So if you're taking notes, these 3 skylights, so that one, this one, is the VCS 4622 model. So that's 46 inches long, 22 inches wide. And then going into the bathroom, we had the VCS 2246.
Okay, this one is my favorite. I mean, technically, because we did this specifically over the bathtub to help with letting out steam, but mainly I love a bath. And taking a daytime bath and looking out the skylight is just, it's like so relaxing. It's just definitely my favorite feature. Like, I'm so glad that we did skylight above the tub versus the chandelier there. I love that skylight.
Yeah, this was, I feel like the whole design focused on how we were doing the bathroom, then everything kind of came afterwards. So we have our, marble Nero mosaic floor tile, cast iron tub from Vintage Tub and Bath, and then this big window. It's currently opaque because we're planning on building like a little atrium, and then we're going to have trees and everything like that. But this is totally the vibe we're going for. The cool thing about the VCS 2246 is it's hinged like on the side. So it's essentially the exact same skylight is the ones that are over there. It's just different hinge. So as you can see, it's like this. So in our part 2 tiny house, we have another one of these windows, and it's going to be in the bathroom, and it's going to be right in the middle. So stay tuned. That build is coming very soon. We're also doing Velux skylights in that build as well. But yeah, so we have our kitchen one right here. And then we have a little one, which you've probably seen many times before in other houses, but they're called sky tunnels. So they're 2 feet by 2 feet, and generally they come down to like kind of a circular filter, but we kept it like that. So it's just a square, adds a little bit of additional light into our pantry area. But when we originally did this design, this was actually going to be a closet. And
yeah. It's changed a couple times, and based off of moving and purchasing land, this tiny house design kind of, we did it in a way to where we could change it, and it ended up being that we didn't need to change it, and we just incorporated it.
Yeah.
So that was going to be a closet originally with a little bit of light added, but it works really well for the kitchen too, because it doesn't take as much space as a large skylight, but it's still really nice to have that little bit of light, especially the same in the summer when it kind of pours through. It adds the light without adding all of the heat. So
yeah, really made a huge difference.
Yeah.
And I feel like when people are watching this video, they may wonder, like, why did we put skylights in the living room with all these doors and windows?
And
what are your
again,
thoughts on that?
I mean, listen, we were definitely going for glass house vibes. We wanted a glass house as much as possible. But seeing in the morning where we're faced, we don't get the direct sun until the very late afternoon. With that direct sun in the summer, we get hot here. Having skylights that open, again, really allows the heat to escape, and it allows really great airflow. When we have the sun beating down directly into the living area and we have kind of shades down out on the pergola, it's nice still to have this airflow, and you can crack a window and the air just flows really nice through it. And it adds a lot of light when the sun is rising over here, and then it's not here until the late afternoon. So during the day, it still really pours in a lot of additional light, and we wanted as much natural light as possible. And skylights are just, in a tiny house, skylights I feel like are very vital. It's something that we really wish we had done on the first one, our first pancake, as we call it. It was one of the things we really wanted. It just didn't happen. Timelines, budget.
Yeah, it felt
so worth it.
It was hard. Like, we didn't know what we were doing in 2014 when we built our first one.
We were just little babies trying to figure it out.
Trying to figure it out as we went, and they felt like such a luxury. They can be costly with the installation. It's so worth it.
They're so much better than I thought they would be. I mean, we really wanted them on the first one. We got talked out of them.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Yes.
It was so many people talked us out of doing them.
I was very annoyed by that, but it probably worked out budget-wise. However, after having skylights, I just don't know how I don't think I could ever not have skylights, especially in a small space. In a tiny house, like, you need as much natural light as possible. I will forego some storage for natural light any day. So, because it really helps in feeling much larger than it is. So natural light for the win.
And then on our new one, our bedroom unit, which is part 2, which is going to replace the other original tiny house, we did 4 skylights as well. No sky tunnel, but we did dual skylights just like this over the master bed. And then we did one in the kitchenette office, and then the other 2246 VCS skylight in the bathroom. That one is right in the middle. And we mentioned about the shades, like, which is a really nice feature too, is Shelley's saying, even in the hot summer, when we have the sun up here, we have an independent little shade remote right here. So each set of skylights, each skylight comes with its own, each shade and skylight comes with its own remotes. So we have our little shades right there next to our cactus that we can, for chilling right here, you want to set the shades and lower it.
Yeah, it's great. So you can kind of, throughout the day, when you want the sun in the morning, when it's a little bit cooler, you can have everything open, and then as it starts to get a little hot, you just close them up.
Yeah.
Soften the light. But yeah, we love them. We think they're definitely extremely vital for airflow and just for natural light. I mean, you can't go wrong.
Thank you for tuning into this little video. Hopefully this was helpful in your tiny house build. There's so many things to consider, and it can get overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we went through the same exact process 11 years ago. So there's so many things that we've learned doing our original tiny house and just helping thousands of customers design and build theirs. So if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. You can get more information about building your own tiny house on our website at tinyhousebasics.com. And thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.